Hello and welcome to another video on this channel. I know I've been gone a while. I was expecting something big to come out of Doctor Who Day yesterday that I could cover on this channel, but nothing really happened. I mean, we did get a release date for the Series 10 soundtrack, but I sort of just covered the Series 10 soundtrack when they announced it was coming eventually. So there was not much news to deliver there, so I just didn't bother talking about it. Plus, you all know that anyway. We also got the release of the Season 2 deleted scenes, which I was very excited for because some of my sources have claimed that we were going to get the big Carol Ann Ford deleted scene. We didn't get that either. But at least the scripts got released, and my sources said that the scripts would feature the deleted scene of Carol Ann Ford at the end. It didn't, but it's fine, guys, because in the official Doctor Who press release, it says we're going to get loads of surprises along the way throughout the day. We didn't. And there's a spin-off coming in 2 weeks, so we're bound to get a full-length trailer of that, aren't we? No. I mean, we did get a trailer for The War Between the Land and the Sea, but we'd all seen it already on Twitter, so, you know, it wasn't much of a surprise. Anyway, enough complaining. Look, it was a fine Doctor Who day, I had a nice time, but I took a deep dive into the Reality War script, because I love writing scripts and I love reading scripts. And I had a look at Ncuti's regeneration, and it just might be possible that there were some reshoots, guys. But no, in all honesty, we all know this infamous clip of Billie Piper becoming the face of the Doctor at the end of the Reality War, and I think we can pretty much confirm from what this script says, she is not going to be playing the Doctor. And it also pretty much confirms the rumours that Billie was dragged in at the last minute and it was never actually part of the plan like they're claiming it was. Let me read you the final scene of the Reality War. This is from Ncuti's regeneration. And now the golden energy is spiralling out of him, curving and enfolding him in shimmering curls, and he is smiling. He takes a deep breath and regeneration energy volcanoes out of him, collar and sleeves filled with streaming bolts of gold. Wider, the TARDIS in space, the Doctor in the doorway with energy shooting into the galaxy, a wild display. Closer as the Doctor's face finally vanishes into the gold. And a face appears, a person wreathed in miraculous golden light, who says, "Oh, hello." And that's it. It doesn't state anywhere that this is the new Doctor. It just says a person, a face appears, which again, it really does help my point of that she isn't the Doctor. I'm going to quickly look at like the parting of the ways or something and just see if like when Christopher Eccleston turned into David Tennant, it actually said, like when he says Barcelona at the end, does it actually say the Doctor on it? And by golly, it does. Look here on the parting of the ways. The 9th Doctor's regenerated into the 10th Doctor, and the Doctor's dialogue is actually labelled as the Doctor talking. To me, this is confirmation that Billie isn't playing the Doctor. I mean, I didn't think she was anyway, and I don't think anyone actually really does. I think some people are hoping, but I think we all know Russell, we all know this isn't actually a new incarnation of the Doctor. And another thing worth noticing, like I say, it doesn't say the face of Rose Tyler or the face of a previous companion or even a familiar face, just a face appears, which to me again is enough proof that this was just scrambled together at the last minute. I mean, it's happened now. I don't really have any complaints about it. I'm excited for this special. Hopefully Russell can deliver if it is his last, but I hope Russell stays on. I mean, look, I'm going to quickly just go on a little rant about people who don't want Russell T Davies to stay on. Let me explain. Russell initially was going to come back to do the 60th anniversary specials, and that was it. But I think he felt obliged to continue on afterwards because there was nobody to take on the showrunner job, really. And the man knows how to write TV, and he knows how to write in new eras. Just look at 2005. He brought Doctor Who back and brought it with the Buffy the Vampire Slayer format of, 12 episodes, 13 episodes, 45 minutes with one ongoing storyline, even though each individual episode is different. He did the same thing nowadays. He did the big monumentous, this is the era where you need to get clicks on the internet. So bringing back Sutek and Omega and the Midnight Entity and Susan and Mel and all these people, it will get clicks on the internet. That's how it works. So yeah, the writing's a bit iffy, but I think that's because he prioritized these big moments, generating content, which isn't a big deal because you have to generate content in this day and age to make good TV. You have to. To grow TV, you need to have these big monumental moments of generating content, and he did that. It just so happens we didn't like it. Right, us core Doctor Who fans, we didn't like it very much. But we had no time to complain because Season 2 had already been filmed as Series 1 was airing. Do you see what I mean? He had no time to take on our fan feedback because that series had already been done and gone. The second series was already done. And yes, okay, that was a bad decision, but I think he just assumed we'd like it, which is fair enough because We love that man. Everyone glizzies him, or whatever they call it. Glazing, not glizzy. Everyone glazes him. So I think it's fair for him to assume that the show was going to be a success with Disney behind it and him coming back and David Tennant kicking it all off. It just makes sense. So I'd love to see Russell come back for another series and prove himself worthy. I don't want this to be the end, because then I feel like people will never properly respect him writing Doctor Who ever again, because they'll just think back to this. And it is sad that people think that. I don't think that. I think Russell's a great writer, and I think this is another thing. People don't actually realise that like 90% of this era has been really good. It's just the finale, so it just winds me up a bit. But anyway, that's my rant over. Please leave a like and subscribe. Do a little super thanks if you want. You don't actually have to. It's not obliged. I'll see you later. Let me know what you think of this in the comments. And goodbye.